Properties keys, surprisingly, that's got a teddy bear on it. So different car keys have different key rings attaching them. It makes them much easier to grab in the morning and think, mine's the one with the white teddy bear.
You never lose your keys, and if you pop them in your bag and you just put your hand in your bag searching for your keys...
Oh, poor Ted! Get the police.
But it's amazing, it's amazing. Just pop your hand in your bag, search for your keys, and you see a little teddy bear there. You think, you'll never, ever lose your keys.
As well, apart from being very practical in that way, that fashion icons, they're very popular these days. Of course, people having use them as a fashion icon. But even, I know we're a long way away, but stocking fillers, little things to increase the number of gifts. You've got 3 presents here all in one go. You can just drop into a little set.
And they're not big to store, you know, like if you're planning for Christmas and you are buying little things throughout the year.
To hide away.
It's a bit hard to hide, but these you can
hide these away
easily.
Easily hide them away.
And 3 little Steiff teddy bears here, always very popular. I'm sure there's endless little homes that you can find for them. So they would always work great. So
affordable.
Fantastic. And we always have trouble keeping these in stock at QVC. That's the other trouble for us. It's hard for us to bring them back into stock. And it's wonderful to sort of see them here now. But you do, as you say, get all 3 together.
And they are causing queues on the phones right now as well. We do have queues on the phones. If you can use Q Card, it'll be the best way of getting through. And the queues are 2 minutes long currently, so don't get stuck in a queue and sit there for 2 minutes. Hang up the phone and dial 0800 52 42 32 instead. It doesn't cost you a penny, and that way you can be sure that these cute little three bears are on their way to you.
That's fantastic.
They're so soft as well. They're just lovely.
They're wonderful little designs.
So look at his hair.
That's a special. You've got
Well, this is Knopf. Knopf is, if you come to Germany to the Welt von Steiff, where our interactive museum is, Knopf is the little guide who'll take you around. And again, really sparky little hairstyle. His own little neckerchief on there. So this is Knopf.
Fabulous.
The white little teddy bear is Lottie.
Is that Lottie?
Yeah. And then your little teddy bear is traditionally called Finn. So we do all these bears as traditional Steiff bears. You find them in larger sizes available for us. But,
so we've just miniaturised them for key rings.
And they're beautiful eyes, you know, you've still got that beautiful stitching and the eyes and the feel.
So they're all made in the very same way, whether it's a classic mohair jointed bear or, you know, a little miniature key ring. Each and every bear or animal is made in exactly the same way, you know, in Germany, in our factory, by hand. And they're just a delight.
They're enchanting, aren't they?
Yeah. Fantastic.
I think they would be great. Have you seen our Kipling bags we do? They're really practical bags that you can keep loads in, and they're more of a casual style, so they're not like your dress bags. You could use one of these just to dress up your bag a little bit as a fun bag charm.
Well, we gave these, I mean, your daughters have got them and my niece has got them, just to decorate the school bags, you know.
Oh, wonderful. And look what else is wonderful. We've got some wonderful text coming across. Hi. To see Steiff bears, I think that's nice to see Steiff bears. Fab, I have the Fab Cheeky Chimp. Looks a little bit like Charlie Brooke from Clare in Hertfordshire. Hi to all. I've just ordered the panda for my daughter. She's not 3, she's 38. We all adore them, from June in Nottingham. Hello, we love Steiff bears. We've got 50 bears at the moment and still collecting them. Will you bring a Christmas bear out in the near future? From Jackie and Dave. So there you go, you've had your answer. Thank you for sending those in. Remember, our set of 3 bear key rings, very, very busy, causing queues on the phones, rather, and also very busy for these, and we haven't even told you about them yet, can you believe? These are our little cosy jungle friends, £19.92, brand new today on QVC, and they're coming up in about 20 minutes, provided we still have your choice remaining. We have the Cocoa Monkey, Leo Lion and Trampoline Elephant.
Well, these are wonderful, again, greatly designed, very affordable value, and traditional Steiff interpretations brought back to life into the modern day. Really wonderful pieces. They're great, really great.
Oh, that lion is so cute.
Oh, sweet,
the designs are delicious, absolutely delicious, aren't they?
They are just wonderful, and what a variety you've got here at QVC as well. The fact that you can just tune in and you can see beautiful collectibles like this. I mean, this is absolutely exquisite, a real showpiece. This is our limited edition Rough Rider Bear, £373.44. Limited edition of 1,858, 757 865. Now, tell us about the significance of the limited edition number as well.
Well, 1858 is a very important year. It was the year the American President Theodore Roosevelt was born. And without Theodore Roosevelt, the teddy bear would not be called Teddy. He's named after Roosevelt. And his popularity as the American president was enormous, and it was enhanced by his association with this little teddy bear. In 1958, 100 years after Roosevelt was born, the Steiff Company made a fantastic tribute to the most iconic symbol of Roosevelt, which is him in his Rough Rider uniform here astride his horse. Before he was president, Roosevelt was commander-in-chief of the most famous cavalry in the American Army, which is called the Rough Riders, and he was considered as inspirational in leading the Americans in the Spanish-American War, and was inspirational and very charismatic. And Roosevelt is a fantastic character as far as the teddy bear is concerned. When Steiff paid tribute to his 100th birthday in 1958, we made various versions of Roosevelt on his horse. And if you were trying to get one of those today, you would have to have a budget in the region of £30,000 to try and secure one. It is now 150 years since Roosevelt was born, and as I say, without Steiff, you wouldn't have a teddy bear, but without Roosevelt, you wouldn't actually have them called teddies. So we had to pay tribute, and we just decided to depict this most famous of all the characterizations and images that Roosevelt stands for. He on his most famous horse in his fantastic pose. The horse, I think, is quite wonderful, the sculpturing, the whole design of it. Again, all those markings and the stippling, and in fact all the brownness that you can see is on that is all painted on by hand. So each piece is individual and really has been brought to life in a fantastic way. And Roosevelt himself, and I think this is the first time maybe we've done it as a teddy bear.
It is. As you said, in 1958 we interpreted this most famous image of Roosevelt, Rough Rider, but we interpreted the image as making Roosevelt as a cloth doll astride his horse. This is the first time in our history that we've interpreted the famous image as Roosevelt as a teddy bear on his horse. And it's very important to appreciate how difficult it is to make a horse like that. The designers will say to you that they worked very, very hard to get that modelling, so an extremely well-modelled piece.
Now, we are down to single-figure stock, so 757,865. I understand you need to think about it if you're going to be going for that piece, you know, because it's not pocket change. However, of course, if you are a collector, then it's a definite must-have for the collection. Now, our set of 3 bear key rings, limited in stock, and they sold out last time they came to wear as well. We've got about 40 sets left, £22.40. Now, what we have next for you is this gorgeous little musical teddy bear's picnic bear. Oh, what a face. He is so sweet. It's amazing how individual they are.
They're all different, aren't they? Each and every one will be different. And he has got an exquisite little face, but he's a very special bear because his heartbeat plays something very special and very musical. He's part of a series of musical bears that we make exclusively for the UK and Ireland. But he celebrates the 100th birthday of perhaps the most famous teddy bear tune in the world, I think. And if we can wind him up, I don't know if you can hear it, but 100 years ago, John Bratton wrote the most famous teddy bear tune of all time, which is Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Oh, that is so beautiful, isn't it?
So we had to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the most famous tune in the teddy bear world and put it inside his tummy. So his tummy plays the tune. The real tunes are embroidered on his foot pad, but aside from his magical musical tummy, he is the most exquisite little teddy bear as well.
He is adorable. Do you know, I find that so comforting and so
tune.
soothing. There must be something about that sort of childhood memories of musical boxes.
It is, it is. I mean, exactly that, the musical box. We could have put something perhaps a little bit more trendier, I don't know, music-wise, but we've chosen to use a very traditional, very nostalgic musical box inside, which I think does evoke memories of your nursery and of childhood memories.
There's something very pure about it, you know, and the fact,
charming.
again, you know, no batteries included.
No,
These are
just a key
time-honoured
wind,
techniques that have been used throughout the last nearly 130 years.
Yeah, just key wind.
Incredible.
And I think every child knows Teddy Bear's Picnic. It's become one of those iconic symbols that, and tunes that just everybody knows. And he's a really beautiful little teddy bear. We're very proud to celebrate the anniversary of him. He's traditional in every way, but I don't think you have to be a collector to enjoy this piece. If you've just been thinking, I've been seeing all these pieces and I'd really like my first Steiff teddy bear, I think this is a great starting point because it's the most simple tune. It symbolises everything about what teddy bears stand for. It's a Steiff bear, we invented the teddy bear, and it's its most famous theme tune. So I think it's a lovely interpretation. Comes in its own little embroidered gift bag as well, full with a certificate certificate of authenticity, and it's a lovely tune and a great
Just beautiful.
interpretation of Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Yeah.
I love him. I just love his face more than anything. 757028, the item number, £130.44. But you do have the 2 easy payments today that you might not have next time, so it's a good day to be going for that. Now, you may have seen this next cheeky chap loitering around the camera lens earlier on, having a little play, dangling off the end of the camera. Just fantastic. And look, butter wouldn't melt again.
Wonderful.
Just looking so innocent, but I'm sure he's going to be cheeky and naughty again in a minute. It's our cosy raccoon, £43.50, 756537. Oh, and look, he's coming to life.
Yes, yes. What's that? He said,
Oh, look at that face.
somebody watching me?
Look at
Somebody
that
watching me?
interpretation.
Now, why a raccoon? That's
but
really unusual, isn't it?
It is, but I think, Catherine, again, this illustrates the variety of our range. You know, we've made so many wonderful animals. I don't think there are so many breeds and so many variations. We just try absolutely everything, and we challenge a lot of people out there to think about something we haven't yet made, because that's what Steiff's all about. They love all animals, and they love bringing them all to life, and they love interpreting them in different ways. He's even, as raccoons do have, thumbs. Our Steiff raccoon has thumbs. That's why they get into so much mischief, because they have those thumbs. So, of course, he's there with his thumbs. But a wonderful interpretation, a mischievous raccoon that is... Oh, look at that tail.
I love the way he's just pointing his toes slightly as he turns around to show off his big wide tail. He's got this lovely fat tail.
Isn't he fabulous? And again, to use your technical term, really squidgy.
Squidgy,
Very
squidgeability.
tactile indeed, really soft and cuddly. And again, it's really, I think, what Steiff stands for. And I think the markings of the raccoon, I mean, nature is the most amazing designer of all. But really, to bring it to life, I think the Steiff designers have done a fantastic interpretation. His coat has this sort of density about it that you can almost imagine that it looks like the real fur. It's very dense, and you really sink your fingers into it. It really is superb. But as with everything, whether it's a teddy bear or an animal, it's that face that really brings the whole character to life. And I think this raccoon has really got the most wonderful face.
So
real full of
sweet.
expression. He really is great.
And those eyes, they're just so full of
Sparkling,
light.
aren't they?
Really amazing,
Aren't they?
aren't they?
Really, it's
Aren't
so
they
clever.
fantastic?
So clever.
And this is what Steiff stands for, you know, as I say, having a cuddly character, a cuddly animal that really brings it to life. And just even that, you know, here, just this little dusting on the nose, again, that's painted on. It's not printed on, it's not dyed or anything like that. The designers, as it's coming through, just to finish it off, give it a little dash of paint down there. I think he's a bit of a sensitive one, this raccoon, isn't he, eh? A really sweet little mouth. This is again just put on by hand. Little nose stitched by hand. There's so much handmade attention to them, and really the whole character in that face is really just brought to life. I think it's a fantastic Steiff interpretation.
Not surprising
truly.
we don't have very many left to go around. I think we're down to our last 18, in fact.
Oh, quick.
And that number was bigger than that a minute ago when I was told. It just went down just like that. He is gorgeous.
Yeah,
He's just,
I think
there's a sweetness to him, but there's also this cheeky little playfulness, as though
Definitely.
in the morning when you go to make your coffee, you might just find him just
Very
peering out
mischievous.
from, you know, behind the fridge door.
This is it. I think you're definitely true there.
So
Fabulous
cheeky.
interpretation.
Now, we're down to single figure stock now, so please get in there nice and quickly. That went so fast. It was only a moment ago I said 18 remaining.
yeah,
Now
it's
single
wonderful.
figure stock,
That's
43.50 the price.
Amazing show.
And he has that squidgeability.
Yeah.
Squidgeability, the new word.
Now, I would love it. One day it would be my dream to have a whole hour of Steiff cats. It would be fantastic. Unfortunately, it's not the case at the moment because they are something of a rarity. Even though you bring them to us, we don't get treated to a great many. You wait until you get them absolutely perfect before you bring them to us. £129.36. So beautiful, so unbelievably lifelike as well to hold. I mean, look how gorgeous this pussycat is. Just so sweet. And very limited edition as well, only 3,000. And people have been on the phones, placing their orders, ready to give our gorgeous Maine Coon a home. And this is Lizzie. And we do have lots of people who write into me because I've got cats and I adore cats so much.
Yeah,
and I remember it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it, when we
was 2
first
years ago.
spoke?
You were asking me exactly the same conversation, and I said 2 years ago we had started to work on the most amazing cat. And it just shows you how long it takes for us to develop a product to get it right. I have to say, I think this is the best cat Steiff has ever made, and in 130 years of their company's history, that's quite a statement. I think the expression in the face, the whole characteristic of the cat is really wonderful. The paws are weighted to give that little extra heaviness. When you pick the cat up for the very first time, you yourself said, it feels like a real cat. It's almost life-size. It's got a little bit of weight about it. It is very tactile. It's very hard to get this over to people at home, how soft and cuddly the cat is. But the facial expression, everything again on there is all hand-painted on to really bring our little cat to life, and I think it's wonderful. It's very soft and very cuddly, isn't it, as a character?
You just want to be stroking. Look at that.
Absolutely
so
brilliant.
lifelike. Look at that. You can almost see
you can
how
almost
much
hear the purr, can't you?
Yeah, just gorgeous.
And I'm just amazed that you've sat there for an hour and a half already just cuddling it. I wonder why you chose that one, Catherine.
Lovely. So adorable. I can't begin to tell you. I'm just cat mad. And we have got queues on the phones at the moment, around about 2.5 minutes long, but they are building all the time, so it's getting more and more busy all the time. Half the stock of our beautiful Maine Coon is already gone, so perhaps you've got a Maine Coon cat. 0800 52 42 32. That's the Q-Cut number. Do get in there on the Q-Cut number. It's so useful, and that way you're not disappointed, because you don't feature a massive amount of cats on QVC.
No, in fact, I think
there's
there's two that spring to mind previously, but we really have challenged our designers. In fact, we've now enlisted one of the top magazine in Germany. It's called I Love Animals, I Love Pets, I beg your pardon, who are working with us on this. And I'm saying this is you know this is true because I said it to you 2 years ago. 2 years in development to bring this cat to life, and we are so proud of it and so delighted. And it's great to hear everyone's reactions to it, because it's going to be a real firm favourite. And
I love the way she sits in your lap as well. You know, you just sort of curl her round and she sits there. She's quite contented up there on top of the bookcase as well.
They get everywhere.
Just amazing. 757 795. Something so regal about them. I remember I was visiting my sister not long ago, and they had a Maine Coon cat in a pub that we went to, and it just hijacked one of the chairs. It was enormous, with these huge paws just spilling out of the chair, and it was sat on someone's rucksack and wouldn't get off. It was so funny. Beautiful. So if you would like to go for our beautiful Lizzie cat, then do get onto the phones. Now, elephants, of course, as you said before, of course, so important.
And the elephant in our history is very important. The elephant is where the story began, and Margaret Steiff, our founder, the very first soft toy she made and the very first soft toy she gave the world was in fact a little elephant. And there sprung all the other animals, and then later in 1902 the teddy bear. So way back in 1880 came the elephant, so historically very important. And to any collector out there, it's vital that you have an elephant in your collection to celebrate how the company began. But if you're just thinking of the most wonderful, delicious little toy to give to a child, look no further, because here you have a sweet, squidgy little baby elephant.
And I think so special as well if you're thinking about giving a gift when someone has a new baby, obviously not to play with from birth, but you give, so many people give baby grows, they give all the baby clothes for a brand new baby, and then you have too much then, and they grow out of it so quickly. It's nicer sometimes to give something which they're going to be able to carry through all of their life.
Absolutely.
Because I actually, when my daughter was born, my son was 2 years old, and I went out and I bought a present that was one from her to him and one from him to her, and they're both stuffed toys.
Oh, how lovely.
And so they've still got them in their bedrooms.
For always, we'll have them.
Just to create that bond. So maybe if there's a new baby in the house, maybe this is a nice way to maybe just help the toddler to make that transition and say, oh, this is from the new baby for you.
Lovely idea.
And then they're a little bit more happy about the new intruder. So it's a really nice idea. And plus, they've always got that then.
Exactly.
And
they'll never grow out of that.
Never. Right. So beautiful. £28.18, and look at those big floppy ears as well. I mean, they're huge, aren't they? Just gorgeous. Love that, and the markings too. So soft.
And again, the details, all, whether it's a collectible teddy bear or a squidgy little elephant, all the details there you can see on his trunk and on his forehead. All the airbrushing is all done by hand, just to give those little finishing touches. To make it so sort of lifelike and Steiff-like.
He's so cute. He looks like he's yet to grow into his ears and his trunk. £28.18. Now, we have 2 sellouts to let you know about. The key rings, I'm afraid, are gone, and our cute little raccoon has gone. So I'm delighted you've managed to get hold of them. We have got loads more to come, and we still have Lizzie, the Maine Coon cat, available, but in short supply, so get in there.
Take a look at one of Thursday's hot picks. Treat problem skin with a little tender, loving care, courtesy of this fantastic luxury collection from Alpha H. It's available for the first time ever on 3 easy payments of £23.50. The set includes a micro cleanser, balancing moisturizer, a glycolic hydrating mask, and a purifying clay mask to help achieve smoother, healthier looking skin. See it in Alpha H Thursday at 4 p.m.
It's quick and it's easy, and it efficiently sculpts and tones every muscle for a longer and leaner look. In your 40s, you need one machine for the whole family that will increase flexibility, coordination, and cardiovascular health. At over 60, you need a low-impact workout that is easy on the joints but still keeps you supple and strong.
Pilates with Marjolaine Brugman.
We're being upstaged by Steiff animals, which we don't mind at all because they are beautiful, aren't they? They're fantastic.
They're best.
And now you've got a real treat for us. You've really done us a big favour with our next fair.
Well, we certainly try to. These are certainly the most affordable limited editions that I think are on the marketplace, and they are celebrating the wonderful anniversary that 100 years ago we invented our teddy bears with their little voice box, so they are called the growling teddy bears. And these have been only 3,000 pieces per colour all over the world for the last year. And they've been so popular, but in fact Steiff has completely sold out of these pieces now. And the very last delivery, deliberately, we held back to bring to QVC for tonight. So I know there are many collectors out there that have been looking for these bears and have lost out because they aren't available anymore. But they are now here in all their glory for you.
As you can hear.
As you can hear, and they are growling. And that little noise, which sounds like a lamb, is the wonderful invention that our Steiff teddy bears had 100 years ago. It's there when the teddy bears learned to speak. So we have them actually in 3 different colours for you. This is the... Let's show you the colours first of all, because I've got the golden one.
Oh, and thank you for your text as well.
Wonderful gold. And
I've got golden brown, so golden brown is in the middle, and Catherine, you've got sand.
And these are superb bears. And consider they're a limited edition. They're celebrating a 100th anniversary. They have a very smart little bow on them that says 1908 to 2008, and they really have become a really popular piece amongst collectors worldwide. Where I say we're completely out.
We've sold out.
But if you're looking for something the most affordable limited edition, not just in the show, but really this year, it is these particular guys.
Now, Claire's bought the panda, and another Claire there also saying about how good the quality is on the text. So thank you so much for sending your texts in. I absolutely love Steiff bears and own a wide collection. I love seeing all their faces around my house, from Brenda in Dorset. The cat you are showing looks wonderful. I hope there are enough left for me to get one. Oh, Olivia, I do hope that you got yours. I really do. £74.76. Our cat actually is down to single-figure stock. So if you're still watching Olivia and you haven't got hold of her yet, now's the time to get her. She's gorgeous, just lovely.
Wonderful.
I love the growling. I love that.
Oh,
and it's one of the most important things about the show. All 3 together.
The child in me is coming out
Just
now.
Together,
Ready?
and then away. A real super growl on them.
But it's a wonderful innovation that again, Steiff came up with 100 years ago, you know. And as you say, it's probably sort of the icing on the cake when they invented the teddy bear.
They look very regal, don't they? They're almost snooty. Do you know what I mean? They look like, very proud.
They're wonderful traditional bears, and they are taken from, they're not replicas of, but they pay tribute to a very typical 1908 Steiff bear that we have in our archives.
They are fantastic, and you don't even know that that growling mechanism is in there until you actually turn them over on their backs. 757-798. Now, the sand, which is on the far right, you will need to get in there very, very quick because it's getting very close to limited stock. And across the board, half the stock is already gone. I love that look that our gold one is giving to the golden brown one.
Wonderful.
Just kind of like, I wanted to be in the middle, actually. And now we move from that great presence that the 3 bears had to a
mini size.
He's so sweet. Look at that. Oh, it's our dark brown mohair bear, and we've got easy payments for the very first time as well, 2 of them at £17.19. Now, what would you say is so special about this particular bear?
Apart from him being absolutely delicious, historically, he's very, very important, as we read about Richard Steiff and what inspired Richard Steiff to give us the teddy bear. Richard was inspired by the real grizzly bear. He loved the grizzly, he loved all animals, but especially the bear, and he studied the bear and he made endless drawings and sketches of the grizzly bear, and from his sketches he would make these wonderful children's toys of bears on all fours for children to ride on or pull along or play with. But what he wanted to do was actually turn the bear on all fours upright into a tumbling, playful toy, doll-like.
See, it seems so normal to us now, but at the time, I wonder what people thought of that.
Exactly. So what he started off with was a wonderful child's toy of a grizzly bear on all fours. So this is how it all began. This is how the bear began. And then he simply took the bear and raised him like this, jointed him and made him a playful teddy bear. So again, historically, very, very important that every collection pays tribute to the grizzly bear. If you have a huge collection, you've always got room for a little bear like this, because I think he's the most, delicious size, but the wonderful, as you said, delicious chocolate colour, you know. But again, historically very important, because we're paying tribute to the grizzly bear that gave us the teddy bear. So very important.
Lovely. And just even the character of just such a little tiny bear, they've got great presence to them.
Even though he's weeny teeny, he's got wonderful presence.
I love his collar as well.
Yeah, nice little leather collar.
Leather collar with little studs on. Attention to detail is wonderful.
And
again,
as well. I love
made
that
of mohair.
touch.
Made of mohair, but again, our skilled workers will tell you it's very hard to make a little animal in that shape, that design, on a small scale. Much harder to make it on a small scale than a larger scale.
And they're so firm as well.
Wonderfully made, wonderfully sculptured and modelled. And a great tribute to all our history. Yeah.
Without the grizzly bear, we wouldn't have the teddy bear.
Without the grizzly bear, we wouldn't have our bears.
So the bear on all fours is really essential, but it's a lovely little interpretation. I think it's really wonderful.
Beautiful.
And Layla's being very modest, but there are quite not just one of these in her collection, quite a few.
Quite a few in my collection.
And where do you keep all of yours?
All over
Everywhere.
the place.
I have, so they really live with you. They're not
I
sort of locked away
enjoy
somewhere.
coming home and seeing all this.
756617 is the item number. £34.38. I have just had my gorgeous Lizzie cat snatched away from me cruelly. Gone. Now, our Paul Growling bear is actually very limited in stock now. The sand has actually gone, so it's just... Oh, actually, Golden Brown has just gone. We've only got the gold, who is looking very perturbed at the other two for some reason, which I love. He's going to be very cheeky. 757798. Oh, this was one of my absolute favourites.
Was it? There you are.
When I saw his little face, because I was looking online before I even came into work. It was yesterday. I was having a look at all of the bears that I was going to see, and I just saw his face.
Is he a childhood favourite of yours?
Oh, he's just so cute. I can't even say that I watched or read that much Paddington, but I always identified with his little character.
Oh, he's wonderful. Do you know how old he is?
Look, no.
He's 50.
Celebrating a very special birthday this year.
Beautiful.
Very. Looks great for his age.
Yeah, I'll look that good when I get to 50.
It's the marmalade. And he's got his with him as well.
He has indeed. He's got his own jar of
and that's a
marmalade
real pot of marmalade preserve, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But just as we were talking about with the Rupert characters, you know, when you look at this character, you know who it is. It's a two-dimensional character, really brought to life fantastically by our Steiff designers.
Oh, instantly recognisable. You couldn't, yes, instantly recognisable. Instantly recognisable.
He's made his face and his coat's made from alpaca, which is more luxurious. We were talking about this before we came on air. And there's his little black ears.
Yes.
As an actor, a famous actor once said, not a lot of people know that Paddington actually has little black ears tucked away under his hat. And it's a really authentic interpretation to this fantastic character.
Are there bears in real life that have like a creamy body, creamy coloured body and then black ears?
Well, there are spectacled bears that have creamy-faced, creamy markings on their face and black ears and bodies, but Paddington's very unique.
Very, very special. And that's really nice to find out these interesting facts. I never knew that. Because he always had his hat on.
Exactly, for that very reason, to hide his black ears, I think.
I think it's fantastic. And I think everybody knows the wonderful stories, how he arrived at Paddington Station, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, all the adventures. I certainly, growing up, remember during the 70s watching that fantastic series on TV. history, reading the books, and the whole characters really came to life. And I think he's as fresh today as he's always been. But he's one of those most traditional of characters around the world, and it's, again, fantastic to see Steiff interpreting this wonderful character. Paddington, I know many people have grown up with him, and it's nice to see here a fantastic tribute to him in a very traditional red duffel coat and his blue hat. He's got his jars of marmalade, as you say, really beautifully interpreted. And yeah, Paddington is 50 this year, so maybe, you know, someone that Paddington was their childhood bear. It's nice to reunite them, just like Rupert was mine. Paddington could be for some other people.
So special. And when you think back on your childhood, I mean, that's that time of innocence, and that's that time of, I don't know, just before you become too jaded, and it's nice to go back to that.
That's right.
And this is a
they
nice
do
way
allow
go
you to
back
do that. That's the wonderful beauty and the wonderful magic about Steiff. They allow you to hold on to part of your childhood. And that's what's very special and very magical. And I think if you want to celebrate a very famous character in our childhood or in anyone's childhood and celebrate his 50th birthday, what better way to do it? You know, it's a wonderful piece to have in your collection. Wonderful interpretation.
And it's the first time ever on easy payments as well. So you have actually got 2 easy payments there of £55 if you do want to go for him. So £110 in total. And if you do want to spread the cost over the space of 2 months, then you can do. 756819 is that item number. We only have 12 left, my goodness me. Do get in there very, very quickly if you would like your Paddington. Oh, look at these, they're so adorable. They're just so special. I don't know how the designers come up with the different positions they're going to be in. This lion, this is definitely a nice lazy lion, likes a nice lounge in the sun. Look at that, 1992, brand new today on QVC, and people have been buying this since the start of the show, and we didn't even, I don't think we even let people know that these were coming up.
No, I don't think so.
People have been beady-eyed and looking on the internet. Wow, look at that monkey.
He's great, isn't he? Woo!
As lazy as the lion is, he's making up for it in energy.
The monkey's got the energy to make up for it. Isn't it fantastic? These are really, again, we've seen a lot of time today about the characterisation that Steiff can bring into it. Look at the expression on this little monkey. He's really fantastic.
That's the best.
The whole
smile,
face,
isn't it?
really brought to life. And again, this is all painted on by hand, the nostrils and the mouth. It's all made in Germany. These are traditional designs from the Steiff archives that we've brought back to life to really say that they're traditional designs, but they are still great for us to have as children's toys today. And he's a wonderful little guy. You've got the little elephant.
He's a little bit lazy. Yeah, he's having a
sleepy,
quiet
big smile.
I love the way he's splayed, the way that his feet have actually splayed out in front and behind him. Look at that. Cute little podgy bottom.
Beautiful, beautiful designs. I think these are wonderful. This is what Steiff are all about, isn't it, Ian? Just the most magical
What
designs.
a happy elephant, though. Very content.
Very. Oh, look
It's
at
nice
that.
the way they sit on you as well.
Yeah, and look at his face, that lion's
And
face.
again, the nostrils, the little
Beautiful.
whiskers there, I'm sorry, that's painted on by hand. The mouth, and again, look at the expression. That is the most gorgeous face.
They're alive. They're
really
so
brought to life, really
It's
charismatic.
like, oh, is there something going on?
Did we wake you, sir?
Do you have to wake me up? Can you keep it down in there? I'm trying to sleep. Now, we do have queues on the phones at the moment, and they are growing. Over 100 people have just picked up their phone to order. Oh, those little hands. So if you can, do use Q-Cut, because that's your quickest way to get through. And make sure you get hold of either Coco Monkey, Leo Lion, or, of course, Trampoline Elephant. So cute, aren't they?
So cute.
My favourite is the lion, I think.
Oh, look at him.
My Leo lion. Just because he's lying like a little kitten would.
Yeah,
Oh, yes,
very
he
cute.
is. Kind of splays over your leg. It's just great.
There's a lovely
It's
freshness about the designs, a youthness about the designs, I think, that really brings them to life. And as you say, the charisma around the whole face, that's really the Steiff signature that's on the piece. It's really wonderful to see that. And we're very proud of this whole series. There's 14 in the total series of these
it's a wonderful
characters
series.
that we've been
Wonderful
bringing over
series
the
of- course
course of the year. They've all been popular so far, and it's nice today to bring along the Jungle Friends, but they have been absolutely fantastically embraced. I mean, look at it.
That's like my cats do when they you'll say, hey, Popsy, and she'll go, oh, and kind of turn upside down. Look, and give him his little tummy a stroke. Oh, you're just so adorable. Oh,
But they are wonderful toys that you can imagine children just having endless fun playing with. And again, as we were talking about earlier, for children to use their imagination and create their own wonderful, you know, games and have endless hours of fun. He's getting...
I think our Cocoa Monkey needs some drumsticks, doesn't he?
He's ready.
He's ready to
He's
roll.
really ready to go.
He'd be the drummer in the band.
He would be. He's crazy.
And people just love elephants anyway. I mean, I know they're very important to Steiff, but I think it's a little bit like some people collect frogs, some people love cats, like I do, some people love dogs. Elephants are a
But there are
collectible.
some people that collect... Yes, elephants are hugely popular.
He's so placid and tranquil. He's just like, oh, it's okay. I'm used to Coco. It's always like this.
Come on, wake up.
He just kind of shrugs it off, doesn't he? He's just so interested. Oh, they love a cuddle as well. Be ashamed to go for one and not the other, really, because they do seem to like being together.
They're lovely friends together, definitely friends together.
And again, they're very soft. The little chimpanzee is actually pelleted in his bottom. That gives him that weight so that you can sort of...
He can do the split. He's incredibly agile. Great shape.
He's really good. Hey,
oh,
can you do what I can do?
Oh, and over 200 have gone. Remember, you've got the choice of Cocoa Monkey. Coco is actually just about to go limited
Coco.
stock.
Go Coco.
I can't think of anything to rhyme with you. Oh, well, go Leo. Go Trampoline. Brand new today on QVC, and under £20, a great way to get hold of them. Now, we're talking about black bears earlier on when we saw our limited edition.
We were.
You might at first glance think that this is, in fact, a black bear, but as you can see from the description on your screen there, you've got something very unusual. This is a dark green alpaca. Amazing. So £159 and 36p. Limited edition of 2008. Something so appealing about this one.
It's wonderful, isn't it? And this is one of the most fantastic and most popular series that we've been offering for some time now. This is the alpaca series of teddy bears. So most of the bears we've been seeing today are made out of mohair. And but here we're using alpaca, which is a more... Well, alpaca comes from the alpaca llama. Mohair can be shorn once a year. The alpaca can only be taken once every other year, so it's a lot rarer. No one's harmed in this process, we should emphasise. But it's a more luxurious material, it's denser. And so it allows us to have different characteristics.
So the harvesting is just shearing?
Just shearing, yeah just shearing. But as a material, it allows a lot more design orientation and it adds a lot of character to them.
Wonderful feel.
This is a fantastic teddy bear series that we've been offering, making everything through using alpaca, a very smart leather collar to go with them. And as you say, it's a very dark green. The studio lights are bringing up the colour a little bit onto the bear there. But it is a really splendid piece, and we've been very popular with them. The attention to detail is fantastic. The accessory in the little collar, as you say, has got Steiff there throughout them, and they have been so popular. And
Just
it's great
fell in
to see them.
Yeah. It's funny, I'd sort of seen his face on our little TV screens that we've got here in the studio, but when I turned him round and he was looking up at me with his arms out like this, it was just like he was looking directly at me and saying, oh, I really could do with a cuddle, it's a bit bright in here. Just so much character, so sweet. £159 and 36p. Do get him home and just see him for yourself, because he has got such character, and very limited edition, only 2008 ever made, and so you do get your certificate of authenticity.
Correct.
You've got something very, very collectible.
That's right.
And I think there's something so meaningful about giving gifts that are so collectible in this day where everything seems to come off a conveyor belt in mass production.
I mean, they're handmade in Germany still, just as we were when Richard made the very first one in 1902. And
I think as we were.
As we were made. But yeah, but I think the alpaca is fantastic because it's a relatively new material for us to work with, yet it goes to the most traditional of designs and characteristics. And they are really quite a stunning teddy bear. And the alpaca series, as I said, I just think it adds an extra design ingredient. If you haven't got an alpaca bear within your collection at the moment, I think you'll find this one will stand out quite nicely.
Absolutely, and they're also friendly as well, don't you notice? 159.36, 757.551. That's something about Steiff, that they are just so friendly. So if you do want to get hold of him, then you do have to get in there quickly. Now, limited news for you. We have got some limited news on our gold paw growling bear. So if you want to get hold of him, you do have to be very, very quick. We've only got a handful of these remaining now. Literally just the next 5 of you to the phones are going to get hold of him. So 757-798. Sell-out news on our gorgeous little Paddington. He's on his way to you. I wonder if he's on his way to Paddington at all. I don't know, someone in Paddington might have snapped him up. Now, we have lots more to come, so do stay with us and watch out for our cheeky bears.
Here's one of Thursday's hot picks. Revitalize the appearance of tired skin with help from Alpha H Liquid Gold. It's available for the first time ever on 2 easy payments of just £16.25. Liquid Gold is enriched with natural glycolic acid to help you achieve smoother looking skin. Simply apply on alternating nights before going to bed. Join us for more skincare treats in Alpha H, Thursday at 10 p.m.
Held in high regard for their quality of workmanship, use of the finest leathers, superb style and durability, Stone Mountain produce the most beautiful, elegant handbags, which become classics in their own right. Proudly worn by their owners for many years and efficiently compatible with changing trends. Stone Mountain handbags, brought to you by QVC.
Oh, it's been a fantastic show so far. It's not over yet either, because we have saved such an amazing character for you. Now, I have to stress to you that what tends to happen in Steiff shows, even though it's been extraordinarily busy so far, what tends to happen is that people are kind of making their shopping list, they're planning what they're going to go for, and then at the end, it tends to end up in a big, huge crescendo of activity on the phones. So what we will do is, after we've seen our husky, we're going to go through everything that we have featured across the whole of the 2 hours and spend just a few moments with them to give you the opportunity, if you've maybe just tuned in or maybe if you missed out earlier on, we're going to be taking you back through everything very shortly. But first, we have saved such a biggie for the last. This is Bernie the plush husky dog. Well over half the stock has gone already, only just back in stock. We're down to our last 30.
Oh, he's an amazing piece, and I think
he's
you and I
beautiful.
share... We both share something very special, because I think you dreamt of having a husky as a little girl, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Oh, I think so many people. I mean, I love dogs, but I've always wanted a husky. This is the most amazing interpretation, but his size, he's just such a sizable dog. He's a beautiful piece.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, magnificent piece. Incredibly tactile, beautifully modelled. And again, all that lovely detail on his face, that airbrushing, as Ian explained to you, it's not a stencil, it's not a machine, it's all painted on by hand. Amazing expression of one of the most, I think, most charismatic, most magical dogs breeds around is the husky. And I think we have been so excelled here in interpreting such a wonderful...
But the size of him...
I know, he's enormous.
He's almost,
he really is.
well, he's probably
And a
bigger
nice
than
big,
puppy size, isn't he?
A huge
yeah.
fat tail as well. Really just sort of big bushy tail on him too. Just gorgeous. And these paws, amazing. Very limited stock now already.
Oh, my word.
Not surprised.
So that means over 90% of all the stock that we brought in is gone. So we've got 9 left now, and that number is ticking down all the time. You're just
Such a
going to want to
beautiful
cuddle, especially if you can't have dogs, or maybe, you know, like with our cat, our buyer is actually allergic to cats, but she loves them, and so she has got a Steiff cat.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so
wonderful.
so if you're the same with dogs,
But it
maybe
might be that you can't
dogs.
have. Yes, exactly. It might be that you just can't have, and I'm sure
A bit
there
easier to
are...
exercise as well.
They're probably a lot more low maintenance than the
Very
real
clean.
thing, yes. Probably don't eat so much or need so much exercising.
And thus, obviously, you don't need to go around with a little carrier bag when you go for walks together,
Exactly.
which is lovely. Now, he has actually gone. He's on his way
Well,
to a very good
congratulations
home.
to all those.
Now, what we're going to do, just as promised, we're going to go back through everything that we have seen. We're going to spend a little bit of time on each one. But remember, this is the time that we are reviewing everything that we have seen across the 2 hours. So get your pen and paper at the ready, or have that cue cut already programmed into your mobile phone, or into your phone, rather. And I'm going to start off by letting you know that something has actually sold out. That was our one time only. It has gone. Thank you for your calls on that. And then we went on to our Cozy Molly Bear with the red bow, 3264 got brand new today on QVC. Blonde or russet are the other colour options, and they love being together if you want to go for them together. 757570. Now we have our incredibly collectible limited edition Mozart ornament. Now if you didn't see this before, it would be nice just to take everyone through exactly what we're getting here.
Well, exactly. I mean, you're getting a wonderful miniature teddy bear which celebrates perhaps the most prolific, influential composer of all our times. This is a little miniature Mozart that we designed and we brought out to celebrate the 250th birthday of the childhood legendary composer Mozart. But the detail there, Catherine, is very important because he's made on miniature scale. His little wig is made by hand. His wonderful red tailcoat, and like all fantastic composers, he has his baton.
And he's completely jointed as well, made in the same way as a full-size bear, and in fact much more difficult to produce than a full-size bear. Only 23 now remain, so you will have to get in there very quickly, and you have got the easy payments plus the introductory price, saving you a great price as well there. So 756099, the item number. Now our somersaulting bear, he's just so much fun. Get him home and just see him. Just to picture him somersaulting across your floor. Can you imagine?
How magical is this? And this is one of the most incredible designs of Paul Steiff.
Someone's coming to see you.
He's coming over. There he is.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at him. And there, of course, he's able to do his somersaults. Oh, careful, I'm worried you'll get right across the table. We have got only 7 now.
Remember,
remaining.
we've got none left at Steiff, so that could be your last 7.
Oh, he is beautiful. And the first time ever on 4 easy payments. It does not get better than that in terms of the amount of months you can spread the cost over. So spread it over the space of 4 months. No interest charged for that either. So 755913. 757797 is for our Algae Pug Rupert Classic Bear. 149.40. I have to say the queues are just getting bigger and bigger again. It's been like this through the whole of the 2 hours. Yeah. But it's really heating up now, I think, with everybody making their selections. So if you do want to go for this one, it is a part of a very special series of Rupert the Bear's friends. And then, of course, we have the Edward Trunk Rupert Classic Bear, highly collectible and brand new today on QVC and very limited edition. And then the large cosy bear, you don't really get the perspective there as to how big they are. £36.92. They are so cuddly. I can just see little toddlers dragging them up the stairs up to bed.
It's almost toddler size, aren't they?
I know, they're great. And then they're light enough that the little toddlers will be able to drag them off up to bed. 756920. Now, oh, I've just heard the stock update. We have got 5 remaining, and this is our limited edition.
It is historically very, very important. It was launched at our new corporate ID this year with the most important and nostalgic original drawings of Paul Steiff that have lived in our archives for over 100 years and for the first time have been replicated. So historically very important, but Catherine, it's very difficult to make a bear just in this material without a coat or mohair or alpaca to use as a disguise for sculpturing. Very, very important.
3 left. I mean, we should have a very in front of that limited stock. 757543. The next 3 people to get in there will be the very lucky owners of our signature bear, limited edition for 2008. And now another very highly collectible. You can only see his eyes there, can't you? Here's our limited edition 2008 Black Year Bear. What a cutie.
It's wonderful.
Isn't he?
I mean,
It's
this is a really great piece, especially commissioned by QVC. It celebrates the year 2008. I mean, that's how it's called, 2008 Year Bear. So whatever occasion you have for this year, a christening, a wedding, a special birthday, a retirement, you name it, moving into a new property, or you just want to start your collection with your very, very first Steiff bear, this is a perfect thing to do. The most collectible of all colours, in black, and as I say, specially commissioned by QVC. So it's a really beautiful bear, and it's only a limited edition of 1,500, and he's been really popular.
I love his hair on top of his head. It's a little bit like when you see your son get out of bed in the morning when he's about 8 years old and it's all ruffled. Beautiful. Only 27 left of those now, and they are very, very special. Now, we've moved on to our Cosy Friend farm animal, £55.75. Donkey has gone, I'm afraid. So do give Pony a home. We've only got 20 left of our gorgeous pony, so 753413. Now, our Trampoline elephant, just so cute and so kind of, I don't know what the word would be, but just, he's like a little round blob. That doesn't sound very flattering, but it's lovely.
Perfect.
I mean, that in the nicest sense. He's just a squidgy little blob, just plonked there.
Really
just
great.
love it. He's just gone plonk, plonk, and plonked his little cute, round, robust bottom down. He's just so gorgeous. I have fallen in love with his bottom for some reason. It's just so
Very
cute.
tactile.
He's got the best bum on QVC. And he's 31,
But what a character,
86.
what a character. The whole
He is,
face is really brought to life. And his big ears, his wonderful little hairstyle, his wonderful accentuated face and nose. It's really a great piece. And if you want to know what Steiff Toy's about, this is it.
Oh, he's beautiful. And he's lucky as well, isn't he? Because elephants with their trunks pointing upwards.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Good luck.
That's good luck as well.
Yeah,
oh, he's
definitely.
so soft.
And he makes you
too. He
smile.
loves
That's
that.
what Steiff's all about, to make you smile.
Just gorgeous. Oh, off you go, cute bum. Now, we also moved on to our blonde mohair bear with the growler box. So cute. £99.50. And this is 2 easy payments. We didn't even get the chance to see him. £49.75. This is our limited edition of 1,908. 757075. So that was sneaky to sneak that one in there. Now, we did see our musical Teddy Bears Picnic Bear. 2 easy payments of £65.22. So it's brilliant when you've got that easy payment option. Oh, it's got that beautiful music. Gorgeous.
Celebrates perhaps the most famous teddy bear tune in the world, Teddy Bear's Picnic, celebrating 100 years of Teddy Bear's Picnic. He plays in his tummy, but he is an exquisite teddy bear. Really embraces all the magical ingredients of a Steiff bear, but also his heartbeat plays the most famous teddy bear tune in the world.
And I love his
Teddy Bear's
face.
Picnic.
It's amazing how friendly these faces are as
They
well.
are,
Because
so
I've seen
friendly.
old antique bears, and some of them look quite severe, but these are just always
these
adorable.
These are take me home faces.
They are, and it's really quite hard to resist. 757028, and we now have just a dozen remaining, so do try and get hold of him if you can. Now, our Rough Rider bear, very popular, brand new today on QVC, 373.44, limited edition of 1858 for a reason,
Well,
isn't
it
it?
celebrates Steiff and it celebrates the man who gave his name to the teddy bear. So you have the two great combinations of Steiff and Roosevelt together. 1858 being the year he was born and his most famous characterisation of all time.
And on a
brilliant
very
piece.
beautiful wooden presentation
Wonderful
plinth as
interpretation.
well.
Yeah, right, real
So-
centrepiece.
757865 373.44, and this is wonderful because this is delivered to your home. Such a collectible piece. That's something that, you know, we take for granted, but do try and get him home if you would really like to. And then, oh, I was just about to say limited stock. Gone, our poor growling bear. And that means that we then got to show you our beautiful dark green bear. Lovely. Look at that face. Look at those eyes. Do you know, he's very appealing. When he looked up at me with his arms outstretched, he really was just
saying, give me a cuddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got the wrong tab up there, but this is the alpaca green bear, the hunter green bear, and it's a really fabulous collectible piece that we had.
Oh, right, yes. This
That's
one was the bear
tab
on
for
all
the little
fours.
bear on four. Yeah, this is the
That was
bear
the
on
little
four.
miniature bear on all
We'll
fours.
just correct it, but this is a
correct.
really fabulous collector. If you haven't added an alpaca teddy bear to your collection so far, I think this will really stand out, really will look a real centrepiece of a teddy bear collection. Alpaca really exudes extra design, quality and materials. And this is really a fabulous piece, so I hope you enjoy him.
Now, if this is more your budget, then £19.92 is a great way to explore the world of Steiff. And Coco Monkey, I'm afraid, has gone. Coco Monkey's out of the building, he's run off. And then we saw Tramply Elephant, and of course that gorgeous Lazy Leo Lion. That's my favourite.
These were so much fun, though, weren't they? And this is what a wonderful design for children to play with and use their imagination and have fun with their toys. That's what Steiff's all about.
And children of all ages, our age as well.
Yeah.
Sitting watching television with you beautiful, I'm stroking my leg. I haven't even got Leo Lion on my leg, and I'm just thinking how lovely it was to have a cosy cuddle there.
Yeah, children
just
of all
beautiful.
ages, definitely.
And they splay themselves across you as well, both the elephant and the lion, just like when you have a new kitten in your hand or a new puppy, and they're just so helpless, and they just splay their legs out. That's what they're like. They're like babies, just beautiful. 757564. Now, this one here, he is very cheeky. He managed to work his way into the show, even though we were not intending to show him to you today. So somehow he's managed to work his way into the show, so we can show him to you in a little bit more depth now. He's limited edition, our blonde mohair bear with growler box, £99.50, and 2 easy payments we have today for you. Might not be there the next time you go for this, might not have the easy payments. So
well, this is a great. I'm delighted to see this little bear sneak into the show. He wasn't meant to be here, but we can certainly tell you all about him. Especially commissioned by QVC as well, so not available everywhere. This very distressed mohair, giving him that sort of aged look, because he is really a bear that celebrates 100 years ago when we made those teddy bears talk for the first time, and they had a growler. And if you wondered what a little growler looks like, with this bear you get your very own traditional Steiff growler. And it's very simple, that you just turn it to bellows system upside down and then the right way up. So if you ever wonder what makes those little noises, this is what the growler looks like.
That
so
is
this
fantastic.
is a fabulous interpretation.
And the fact that we really honestly were not going to show this to you.
No, we weren't going to show this
at all. This is a real treat, because we were not planning to show this to you, and somehow, I don't know if it's the bears, but somehow by a mistake we've actually shown it to you, and it is a treat. We don't have very many of them remaining. We do have the 2 easy payments, very limited edition as well, 757075. It has been wonderful to receive all of your texts and your calls as well. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge thank you to you both.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. I enjoyed it.
And
really
hopefully we'll see you very soon.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you, Catherine.
Hi, I'm Julian Ballantyne, and here's what's coming up today on Q.